I'm out in Sandon, BC. Just ask me.
So I'm out here in historic Sandon, BC.
And Sandon is probably BC's most famous ghost town. Back in the late 1890s, Sandon was absolutely booming. It was the biggest city in the Kootenays, with a population over 5,000 people. This was the heart of BC's silver country. But as quickly as the miners came to town, the miners left town, leaving Sandon to become the ghost town that it is today. And I'm out here living the van life. I'm spending one night camping in an abandoned ghost town. And with that being said,
Looking good.
let's go.
Well, welcome to Sandon. I got the van behind me. I'm going to be camping here. I got the campsite behind me. I got the town down there. A little bit there. Powerhouse way up there. Giant pile of firewood. As I was paying up for camping, I was told to have a big fire, have a long fire, burn as much wood as I damn well please. So I definitely am going to burn a lot of wood tonight. As much wood as I can. But anyways, before that, we are going to do some sightseeing. Probably go up to the powerhouse first, and we'll check out some of these sites. This is a cool spot, and I'll tell you more about it as we go. But with that being said, I was also warned about mice. Oh, a bug on my lens.
So like I was saying, I was warned that there could be mice in the area, and still shook from my recent mouse encounters. The first thing I do is set up my mouse traps. I set up every one I had, all 5, then headed up to the historic powerhouse for my first stop of the tour.
Okay, we are baited. I got 5 traps in there. God, I really hope I do not get another mouse. Oh!
Just a short walk from camp, and sitting high above Sandon itself, sits BC's oldest, continuously running hydroelectric power station. The Silversmith Power Generation House, formerly the Slocan Star, opened for service in 1897, and some 130 years later, it still generates clean hydroelectric power for Sandon and the New Denver area. It's really interesting to see these old buildings and the old machines running, so let's go inside and check it out.
Diesel and use the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, this wheel would have been sitting out here, welded to there. Water's down, use your diesel as soon as it's up. Shut the diesel down because the water was free.
Okay.
1950 version of the multimeter, that little one they put in their pocket or their pouch nowadays.
Yeah, I have one in my van.
Didn't fit back then. These rechargeable batteries are from early 1900s.
Yeah.
Edison storage batteries, and that was for the miners' lab.
Okay, yeah.
Get going, end the day, slide it back in, and charge it.
And that's a whole charging dock.
That's a charging dock there, yeah. And then just put it on your belt, away you go. Yeah, a lot of people think that rechargeable batteries are 1960-ish kind of thing, but no, way before that, 1900.
So I let this guy give me a full tour, and I highly recommend you do that too. He was very knowledgeable and told me all sorts of information that I would have not picked up by just walking through by myself. This was a really interesting place to explore. I'm fascinated with these types of old machines, and earlier this summer I did a 130-kilometer solo canoe between 2 of BC's largest hydroelectric dams. I will have a video on that coming out later, so please like and subscribe. So it's very interesting to see the differences between power generation now versus power generation then. Just the size of everything and the amount of technological improvement is absolutely wild. And something like this gave me some time just to think about the enormity of the power needs we have today. Coming out of the powerhouse, I walked down towards Sandon Town Center. Sandon was once an absolutely booming town. Boasting a population of 5,000, the Silver City was a true miner's paradise. And while the miners have long gone, there's an eclectic mix of their memories left around.
Cool little building. You see the tracks. Well, one of these mining cars probably rolled right on those tracks. Interesting place.
I have to describe the mix of memories left behind as eclectic, because while a lot of it remembers Sandon's silvery heritage, like its historic 120-plus-year-old city hall, there's also a nod to its railway history, where Sandon was at the terminus of 2 different railways. And then there's this strange collection of buses. The so-called Sandon ghost buses have no historical relation to this area, but they definitely have a spot in BC's history. Known as Brill trolleys, these were electrified buses that roamed the streets in the 1950s. Though they lack historical context here, I found the buses to be one of my favorite parts of Sandon. Visually, they are quite appealing, and they make for some good Instagram photos. And while it is cool to learn about history, looking cool on Instagram is an important part of your vacation as well.
That tastes good. I'm gonna chop some wood here. I gotta get hydrated first. This is a cool place. I anticipate tonight is gonna be, I think it'll be neat. I think once it gets dark, I'll have all sorts of fields. So, oh, we'll wait and see. Anyways, let's go chop some wood.
And chop wood I did. I was encouraged to use as much wood as I could, and I accepted that challenge. It's also important to note that all this firewood was included with my $15 a night camping fee. Camping here in Sandon was the best valued campsite of my entire trip. I also thought it's nice to point out how they already had 20-liter buckets of water sitting by the fire, which is a really good idea, especially when you're encouraging knuckleheads like me to have a big fire.
So fire's going good. Oh, I can see my breath. Fire's going good and strong. Gonna cook these for dinner. I'm gonna fry them up and put them in one of these, which is a white cheddar and broccoli sidekick. I got some onion, and I have more broccoli I'm gonna add to that. And then these are chipotle feta burgers, but they are $2 off. Gotta cook them tonight, so I think it should be a pretty good meal. Yeah, I don't really know what more to say. I'm excited. I'm actually quite hungry, so yeah, I'm excited to eat. Oh, it's getting pretty dark, but I'm gonna eat this dinner. That's quite good. It's good to eat some vegetables. that I've cooked on my own. I've eaten a lot out of a bag on this trip, and a lot of just real lazy meals, so it's good to cook properly.
Then I sat down by the fire to finish my dinner, to stay warm, and wait for the ghost to come out. Do 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 do. Just kidding. No ghosts came out, and I don't really believe in ghosts anyways. But I do believe I will see you in the morning. Good night. Well, good morning, and welcome to the first day of fall. It is September 21st today, which I believe is the first day of fall. I have no internet, so I cannot look it up, but to the best of my knowledge, it's the first day of fall. And I will say there is a pretty unmistakable chill in the air. I didn't put any of my insulation panels up, and you can really see the condensation in here, but it's also like noticeably cooler in here without it. But with that being said, I'm going to hop out of bed here and go to the bathroom, do my morning routine, and start the day. This hair is getting out of control. This beard is getting pretty big too. I feel like I was clean shaven, which is not true, but I had a nice trimmed up beard and my hair was like long but not crazy. And it's like officially like, it's getting to that point, but I don't want to cut it on this trip. I feel like I should wait until I'm done. And I kind of want to do a man bun. Anyways, with that being said, I'm going to hop out of here and start the day. Oh, dang. Oh. A little stiff this morning. Neighbors are already packed up and gone. You hear them working on the building. It's pretty beautiful. Can you tell my pile of wood is noticeably smaller than yesterday? I don't think you can tell at all. Ooh. It is chilly though. I'm throwing on another layer. Whew. Oh yeah. First things first. We'll look at the bathrooms. Dang. Well, one of them's got a light that does not turn on. It's dark in here. Make this a little brighter. We got all our necessities here. All sorts of TP. A little bit awkward of a shape to sit on, but can't complain. Pretty clean outhouse. All sorts of quality TP. So, can't complain. Yeah, we are going to go fill our jug with water. Kind of wanted to do it last night because I barely had anything left, but it was too dark. Oh, kitty. There you go, by the caboose, the corner of Slow Can Star and Ivanhoe Street. Untreated, use at your own risk. I'll take the hose off.
Yeah, we are going to use this freshly acquired mountain stream water to rinse out this pot, because we did have a piece of mouse poo in here this morning. So while my traps were empty and I did not really see any obvious signs of mice, I did have a piece of mouse poo in my pot, which I did use for dinner last night, meaning it had to have come in last night. So that's a bummer. But with that being said, I'm gonna make a chai latte. I bought this at Shoppers Drug Mart. I should wait a hot second here. Bought this at Shoppers Drug Mart yesterday in Nelson. I've been enjoying the chai lattes while I've been on this trip, sorry. And I just ordered a breakfast sandwich at the 14 Mountain Bistro, whatever, with Vita. Bought a sandwich, paid for camping. So I could have bought a tea, but I bought these yesterday and I'm itching to try it out. So let's throw it in here. I'll turn that on again and clean out my BCIT cup. I absolutely did not go to BCIT. If I did, I would probably have a job right now. So, good or bad, I did not go to BCIT, even though my mug insinuates that I did. You're supposed to mix this half and half with milk. And we got a good stirring fork. Taste test. Ooh, that's hot, but that's good. I think my breakfast sandwich is probably ready, so I think I might walk down there, grab my sandwich, come back here, eat it, and enjoy. Oh yeah. Oh, a breakfast sando in my possession. Sun's coming out. Got a hot tea still waiting for me at camp. Things are looking good. Okay. Sit down. Oh man, that wasn't very smooth at all. Sit down for some tea, some breakfast. Check this out. Got the breakfast sandwich, 2 eggs, Genoa salami. I don't have a napkin, so this might be a mess. Looking good. It's a good way to start the day. That was a damn good breakfast. Highly recommend. I gotta say thanks to Vita for cooking it for me, but I highly recommend it. She was cooking waffles for all the crew that's been painting, which is pretty cool. So they make waffles, breakfast sandwiches. They probably got stuff for lunch too, but it is 9 a.m., 9:30. I was looking for breakfast. It was delicious. But I'm just gonna sip this tea, enjoy. I think there might be a little bit more for me to see here, but yeah, what a good day. I don't really know what else to say.
One more thing that I had to do was check out that historic City Hall. In the back, there was a little store/museum. I didn't buy anything, but I looked at pictures and got a good lesson of the local history. Like why the front of the building is actually on the back. Back when Sandon was booming, this whole creek would have been flumed, and you would have walked down it like a boardwalk main street. That would have been cool. But alas, the course of time and the occasional flood has the creek back to flowing just like it had way before Sandon was ever a boom town. Way before there was ever silver in them there hills. And as it will, long after Sandon, it too is forgotten. And that pretty much ends my time here in Sandon. So I'm in the van, headed down the road, and we're on to the next adventure. And I hope to see you then. Peace.